Good morning, wild campers. It's Pete and Elle just behind the camera here. So today's video, I'm actually going to be breaking down everything I'm going to be bringing on the trip with me. Some of which you've seen in previous videos, others are actually brand new items that I'm really excited to take out. I'm preparing for my first through hike of the Cumbria Way. I'm deviating from the standard route a little bit. I'm actually doing the mountain route. If you don't know, I'll throw some links down in the description so you can see what the differences are, as well as a GPS route as well. So first of all, I'm actually going to start off with everything I'm going to be wearing in 3, 2, 1. Here I am. There's a trend with everything that I wear. It's usually all Patagonia. You'll be able to see that here in a second. So I've got my beige, cream colored Patagonia Soul Patrol 2 fly fishing shirt. SPF 50. You can roll up the sleeves, you can roll them down. It's really good for sun protection. And on really hot summer hikes, you've actually got heaps of ventilation in the back. So you've got some good pockets, easy access if you want to put your phone up in here or any snacks or anything like that. I also have this really cool pink Patagonia trucker cap that folds down into nothing. So love wearing this during summer and when it's really hot. And if it's quite cold, I got this awesome orange workers beanie, again from Patagonia. It looks awesome because of the color, keeps my head really warm, and again it folds down into nothing. For my bottoms, I'm wearing some brand new pants I haven't taken out just yet. The Patagonia Point Peak hiking pants. These are designed for 4-season use. From what I've worn around the house already and just gone outside on some short walks. Extremely breathable and extremely stretchy. For my feet, like everyone else, got a pair of the Ultra Lone Peak 5s. Really comfortable shoe. Love these for trail running and hiking and just living in them. They are some awesome shoes. And some people say these are the most ugliest socks in the world, but I love them. They are the Injinji New Wool full length, so these come up mid-calf, but I do have a pair of the ankle socks as well. Toe socks are awesome because they actually help prevent blisters as opposed to standard socks, so you keep hiking longer. And they're wool, so they keep you nice and warm. And lastly, I am bringing some new hiking poles with me. They are from Mountain Smith. These are really light, really comfortable hiking poles. One of the things I really like about these poles specifically is they've actually got the centimeter markings on this side and the inch markings on the other side. Some trekking pole tents will actually tell you in inches how high they need to be, then others will actually tell you in centimeters. And I will be taking both. And that is pretty much everything I'm going to be carrying. Okay, moving on to one of my favorite sections is actually technology that I'm bringing on the trail. I've got 3 different GPS devices that I'm bringing, probably overkill, but I think they all serve a purpose. So first of all, I care about my personal safety. Ellen also cares about my safety when I'm out on expeditions by myself. So I'm bringing the Garmin InReach Mini. I am paying the monthly service for this, so I get, the call out by Mountain Rescue. I can text Ellen or my family when I've made it to camp. I can send them my location so they know that I've made it safely. And if there is anything that does go wrong, I can alert them in pretty much real time. That's the first GPS device. The second GPS device, a little bit controversial if I'm being completely honest here. So I'm bringing the Garmin GPS Maps 66 SR. This is preloaded with the OS Maps 1 to 50,000 range. I like this because it gives me some backup navigation. If I do get lost, I'm able to use OS Maps that are built in and incredibly accurate for a multi-band GPS device. The last GPS device stroke fitness item that I am bringing is my favorite watch of all time. This is the Coros Apex Pro. I'll be using this for my main means of navigation. So I will be loading up the GPS route onto this. It is only a breadcrumb trail, so it's not going to show me where to turn left and right. It's just going to give me a rough idea of where I need to head. I've used this in ultra marathons before, when I'm out backpacking and when I'm just out running in general. Incredibly accurate, really good navigation. Hence, I'll be using this device over my GPS Maps Garmin device as my primary means of navigation. So what else am I bringing? So I've got a few other bits and bobs. Thank you, Ellen, behind the camera, for taking that all out of my hands. Of course, I'll be bringing my standard iPhone. Shout out if you know what this wallpaper is. I'll also be bringing something to be able to charge all of them. So this is the Anker 28,600 milliamp hour battery pack. Reason why I'm bringing this one over a smaller 10,000 milliamp hour battery is because I already had this, so I'm just going to take this. Whilst I'm out there getting the train and while I'm out walking, I'll also be bringing a pair of standard analog headphones. These are great. These are really cheap off Amazon. These are the KZZ S10 Pros. These are about 15 quid on Amazon and they sound awesome. Highly recommend these. Shout out to Dank Pods. Thanks for the recommendation. The majority of these electronical devices, apart from what's going to be like on my person, like my watch, my InReach Mini that's going to go on the back of my pack, will live in this Granite Gear Air Zippity bag. They do have a nice waterproof zip on it. This is the XL size, so 2.4 liters, and all of my electronics will live in here. Ta-da! One other electronic device I'm going to be bringing with me, and this is brand new. I absolutely love it, and it is incredibly lightweight, is the Nightcore NU25. As you can see, I haven't cut off the back strap and done the hack. I don't feel like messing with it, just to save 15 grams. Ultra lightweight, really bright head torch. I would have brought my Pretzel Ico Core head torch with me. However, this is just a little bit lighter and it can actually fit in my pack just a little bit easier. Alright, let's talk about additional clothing I'm going to be taking to protect me in the elements. So there are 3 items that I will definitely be taking. First of all, this is the, I'm just going to say it, it is the best performance mid-layer for hiking. It's great for running and it's probably the best fleece I own. It's the Patagonia R1 Air. The actual pattern of the garment allows air to escape but also to retain your body temperature as well. If it does get incredibly cold and windy, you can zip it all the way up so you do have full protection around your face. We wore this in Dartmoor the other week and it was toasty as. So probably be hiking in this the entire time. Another item to keep me warm on the travel, but also when I get to camp and set up. This is my Patagonia down hoodie. I've owned this for a number of years. Wear it for work, wear it out hiking, and keeps me nice and warm. Bringing a buff. Shout out to the brand Harrier and Kate. She's based up in Derbyshire. She is making so much fantastic ultra marathon and running stuff. Kate actually sent me a free buff when I ordered a pair of hiking poles from her website. So shout out to you, Harrier. Great for wiping sweat. So this is probably going to be incredibly controversial since I claim to be a ultralight backpacker. But hike your own hike. Don't listen to people. I'm bringing a very noisy, very bright Gore-Tex Packlight jacket from Patagonia. The reason why I'm not going for anything lighter like my Innovate Storm Shell jacket or a pair of Frog Togs is just because, you know, up in the mountains this time of year, the weather can change like that and it could start to get incredibly windy. It could rain buckets. So I would rather bring something a little bit more burlier that, yes, it does weigh a little bit more, but look, I'm fine because I know that I will be fully protected in this. So last but not least, this is where I have the biggest problem. Off camera here, Ellen just said this is overkill, is when it comes to gloves. As an Aussie boy living in the UK, I can never seem to get my hand situation correct. I've got a few different gloves and mittens here that I'm just going to look at the weather the day before to be able to make the right and informed decision of what I want to take. These are the Patagonia Peak something running ultramarathon and general running gloves. They are quite water resistant just by the standard shell. These do have the electronic finger pass-through technology, whatever you want to call it. These are really warm. I do like them as like a standard leave on, stay on. What they also have built in as well. Now this isn't waterproof. I call it almost water resistant, but they do have a built-in shell that you can wrap around your hand if the weather does start to turn or it does start to get quite rainy. There's an option for warmth. These are the Enlightened Equipment Stronghold fleece mittens. They do come with a cinch just down by the bottom there for you to be able to really lock in the warmth into your hands. These are really warm, really lightweight. They pack down to nothing, and I'll be able to slide these over those Patagonia gloves that I showed you before. These are the Four Claws waterproof mittens. They actually fit over everything I've just shown you. Brand new. Bought these the other day when Ellen and I were in Decathlon. So they are the fully waterproof glove. They're not Gore-Tex or anything like that. They're a proprietary waterproof agent that has been built in by Decathlon, and they fit over all of my gloves. So again, weather dependent, if it is going to be raining every day, I will most likely pack these to be able to stay dry and stay warm. Ellen just said off camera, what about rain pants? I do have a pair of Patagonia rain pants as well. They're just in the wardrobe. I just didn't pull them out, but yes, I will most likely be bringing them depending on the weather. Right, I'm a very hungry hiker when I'm out there, and I also get very hangry. I'm sure Ellen can confirm. She is nodding. So there's a couple of things I'm going to be bringing in my food kit, and I'm going for the Soto thermostat with the Soto Windmaster. There's a couple of bits in here that are customized from the original spec that does get sent out, and it is this little baggie. So this is the Treadlight. You should see the logo right there. This is the Treadlight Windmaster stuff sack. It saves a couple of grams compared to the original one, and actually packs down a little bit smaller as well. Weight savings are desired. This is part of the thermostat. This is my coffee and my tea receptacle. So the reason why I'm bringing this one over other cook kits that we actually have is the food that I'll be bringing with me on this trail. So I've got a mix between dehydrated bags where you just pour boiling water into it and let it sit, but I'm also bringing some tent meals as well. I've had tent meals for quite a while now. I love the taste of them, and they're amazing. However, you can't cook them in the bag that they come with, and you have to have a large pot to be able to cook them in, and they have to rest for about 10 minutes. So the cool thing with the thermostat is it actually has a built-in warm koozie, using the American term there, to be able to keep the pot and its contents nice and warm. Food and coffee carry, really important to get this right. So I've got a DCF bag also from Treadlight. This weighs absolutely nothing, and it fits all of my food perfectly. As you guys know, bit of a coffee geek and a bit of a coffee snob. So I have another DCF bag also from Treadlight to be able to carry all of my coffee and my coffee utensils for the 4 days that I'm out. One thing that's a little bit new to me that we haven't done just yet, but I've read a lot of reviews online about increasing your calorie intake whilst you're out in the backcountry, is actually bringing some olive oil. So we've got a Evernew small 50ml bottle here, wide mouth bottle. So I will be loading up this full to the brim with olive oil to add into all of my meals, just to get a little bit extra calories whilst I'm eating. Last but not least, a industry standard Tokes long-handled polished titanium spoon. So when you're digging into your meals, such as the fire pot chili con carne with rice, you're not getting your hands covered in food because you have a long handled spoon. First aid, really important to be able to look after yourself when you're out in the backcountry. So this is my awesome self-made first aid kit. Again, it is a Granite Gear Air Zippity bag. This is the medium 1 litre. The reason why I've gone for this, as you can probably tell, it is flat based with a zip down the middle. So no matter where I am, if I need to grab something, this will always zip and stay open without the contents either flying out or rolling out. A few bits in here I just wanted to call out. Body Glide small tube. This is awesome for chafes. Gents, look after yourself. Get this if you don't have it already. It is worth the £3. Shout out to Miranda in the Wild from REI. She recommended the Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile non-scented soap, just to be able to wash yourself up in some of the tarns or the rivers, because this is biodegradable and it won't leave any trace. A few other bits and bobs. Got my repair kit, both for tents and clothes and sleeping pads and everything else. Got all of my hundreds, could probably cut this down to be honest, band-aids and alcohol wipes and everything else. I like to be a little bit over prepared when it comes to my first aid, as you can probably tell. I got a toothbrush, got toothpaste, got the drug that everyone loves. This is vitamin I, or this is ibuprofen, 400 milligrams. Rather go with the bigger tablets and the smaller ones so I can take less of them. This time of year, I'm just being a little bit more protective as I'm out there. I'll be bringing the Midge repellent. This is like a credit card style spray bottle, packs down really well into your kit. And I've got some other bits and bobs in here as well, just to increase my first aid. Another exciting item as well that we are bringing, that we have used in the house many times, is the Cork Rawrology medium-sized ball. It is really important to be able to roll out and to relax your muscles when you are hiking 30, 40, sometimes even 50 kilometers per day. I saw this on a Darwin on Trail video. He loves it. He has a smaller one. Let's talk about water and water filtration. Very hot topic. Lake District, full of water. So got to be able to filter and carry water. So I've got a bottle, which is the Smart Water 850 ml bottle with the sport cap. Awesome cap, easy to drink out of, don't have to unscrew anything. So this is going to sit up on my front chest. I've been using this for the past couple of months on the hikes that Ellen and I have done, and it's just been amazing and easy to use. I've also got a 1 litre Nexpa water bottle that will be used for my dirty water, and then sat on top of that I have the Sawyer Squeeze full size. Awesome water filter. We've used it for the past couple of weeks. Hasn't clogged up yet. Some people do say that it clogs up really quickly. However, we have been routinely back flushing and looking after the Sawyer Squeeze, just make sure that it doesn't do that. So they're my two main water carry items. However, I will be carrying a backup with me, which is the Ceenoc Vecto. The reason why I've gone for this one here, I've read some really good reviews online, rolls down to almost nothing, and it has a standard water bottle thread on the bottom, so I can actually attach my Sawyer Squeeze and be able to filter water directly from this other dirty water bag into my pot or into my regular Smart Water bottle. Alright, if you've made it this far, thank you very much. It is time to talk about the big three. This is the most exciting part for anybody watching a video like this, especially me, because then I get ideas to buy more things. Let's start off with my shelter that I will be taking on the Cumbria Way mountain route, as I am up in the mountains and it's apparently going to be incredibly windy with gusts up to about 50 miles per hour. I thought, yeah, I need to take something a little bit burly, so when I'm sleeping on top of the mountains, I will be protected. It is the Scarp 1 by Tarp Tent. This will actually be its maiden voyage from the south, where it is hardly windy or rainy, heading up into the lakes. Really excited to be able to take this tent, put it to the test. Scottish Mountains, the vlogger, absolutely loves this for Scottish conditions, which is even worse than what I'll be experiencing over the next couple of days. Really excited. I already love this tent. So let me know if you want to see a full in-depth review after my 4 days of hiking. I'm more than happy to provide that for you. Now that I've got my Scarp 1, what am I going to sleep in and on? You guys have seen most of this before, apart from something that is actually brand new that I'm excited to show you. So I will be sleeping on the Thermarest Neo Air yellow pad. You guys know what this is. I've got the DCF stuff sack from Treadlight Gear, and I'll be bringing the air bag as well. Reason why, you don't want to blow directly into these pads. The moisture from your breath will actually create mold on the inside and ruin your pad. Bringing this one, apart from my Ultralight pad from Thermarest, the temperature is going to drop down to the mid kind of 5s to 6s overnight. So I want to stay a little bit warmer by bringing this. Let's talk about pillows. Horses for courses when it comes to pillows, really. I really like this. So this is a waterproof stuff sack bag that is reversible from Wild Sky Gear. Bought it through Instagram. Really cool stuff. So since it is DCF, it's incredibly light, and kind of crinkly. You reverse it and it has this really comfortable, awesome blue fleece. I'll be stuffing my down jacket into this every night and being able to sleep on this directly. It is very comfortable. Did it in Dartmoor the other week and had one of the best night's sleeps I've ever had. Next, I've got my thermals. These are pretty standard across the board for most people. So this is the Smartwool 250 long sleeve black mid layer. Going for the heavier ones just because I like to be warm when I sleep. And then I have the corresponding bottoms. So the Smartwool 250 long johns. I've done it again. I've bought another Enlightened Equipment sleeping quilt. Brand new, haven't slept in it just yet. This time I've gone for the beautifully and bright orange -6 Revelation quilt. Love it. I've got the -1 in the blue as well. -6 Celsius, by the way. 20 Fahrenheit if you're watching from the States. Thank you very much. Packs down to nothing. It is lighter and warmer than my Graham Expert -6 quilt that you would have seen in the Dartmoor video. When it comes to down quilts, you do have to keep them dry. So what am I putting all of my sleeping things into, as well as my down jacket as I'm hiking? This is a Outkit 36 litre airlock dry bag. So I'll be putting my quilt, my sleeping stuff, sleeping socks, my down jacket, probably anything else that I want to keep dry into this, and it'll be shoved in the bottom of my bag. So that's pretty much everything apart from the final of my big three, which is my backpack. I will be taking the, drumroll please, the Sierra Designs Flex Capacitor 40 to 60 litre bag in the creamy white colour. Love this bag. I've had this for about 6 months. Taken it out on a number of hikes, and the reason why I love this is it can just adapt to what you need it to do for that specific hike. I don't want to have 1,000 different bags that go up in 5 litre increments. That's a waste of money and just a waste of stuff. It's really good because with my synthetic quilts, I can make the bottom a lot bigger to be able to fit that, as well as the tent, but then I can really cinch down on the top for my food and my other fiddly bits that I need to grab. This is an awesome bag. The other thing I will most likely be bringing is the Atom Packs Rue 2.5 litre bum bag. It is not a fanny pack, it is a bum bag. I'll be putting all my snacks and all my fiddly bits, like my phone right in here, your SD cards, additional batteries if needed, but mainly my snacks, so I can just pull it out and eat. So that's it. That is everything that I'm bringing along. I've left out a few little bits that is pretty standard, like my wallet, my keys. I bring a couple of extra batteries for the camera. So thank you so much for watching the video. Really excited to get out to Ulverston to go start the Cumbria Way. I'm going to be hiking for about 4 days across the lakes. I'm just really excited to be able to put a lot of this gear to the test and be able to provide some reviews and insights and be able to answer any questions that you guys have about the trek. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Apparently the algorithm likes it, so please do. It's been Pete. Elle's been the videographer for today, so hopefully the quality is great. Should be a lot better than the GoPro. Same for the audio as well. So you guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.